Welcome to another Fast Tips video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to display checkboxes or circles or any other character you want in your calculated fields in your queries, because you can't show a regular checkbox in a calculated field in a query. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Today's question comes from Dana in Beaverton, Oregon, one of my gold members. Dana says, I know how to make a yes-no field from a table appear as a checkbox in a query. However, is it possible to do that with calculated results? I don't see an option for checkbox. Let's take a look at what Dana's talking about. First off, if you don't know what a calculated field in a query is, go watch this video. And if you don't know how to use the if function, the immediate if function, which basically is like a little if-then wrapped in a function, then go watch this video. You need to know both of these things for today's video. Okay, here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can grab a copy off my website if you want to, but what I'm going to show you works in pretty much any database. In here, I've got a customer table, and in my customer table, I got customers, names, addresses, that kind of stuff. And right over here, I got a field called isActive. That's a yes-no field, and by default, it shows up as a checkbox. Now, you could change that if you want to in table design. Come down here to isActive, and where it says lookup, you can drop this box down, and you can see there's checkbox, text box, and combo box. Okay, and I cover these in my other classes, but basically checkbox is the default. Okay, so if you make a query design, and you bring in the customer table, and let's bring in first name, last name, and I'm going to also bring in state. You'll see why in a minute. And isActive. All right, let's take a peek. And there you go. Okay, I'm going to save this as just my test query, test queue, whatever. Now, you could change in the query the way that this guy is displayed by going into Design View, and the same thing. Right-click on this column, go to Properties, go to the Lookup tab, and here's Display Control. Checkbox, text box, which looks like this. You'll get yeses and nos, okay? Or combo box. Okay, and you can specify all kinds of row sources and crazy stuff for it if you want to. And you get a combo box where you can actually pick. Right? Yes, no, whatever. Okay. I don't usually recommend it. But checkbox is the default, and that's what most people want to see in your queries. Now, what Dana is saying is if you have a calculated field, a calculated value, that evaluates to true or false, she wants it to also display as a checkbox. Let's see what happens here. Let's make a calculated value over here. And I'll just call it, let me zoom in so you can see, Shift F2. I'll just call it some value X. And we'll say state, I can't type today, state equals New York. All right, that's going to evaluate to either true or false, yes or no, just like a checkbox would. Okay, if I run it, I get zeros and negative ones and nulls, because this one doesn't have a state. So remember, any math on null, or any kind of testing on a null value yields a null value. Okay, so you got negative ones for yes, zeros for no, and null. Now, can I change this to a checkbox? Let's see. Come over here, right-click, Properties, Lookup, and what do we got? We got text box, list box, combo box. There is no value for a checkbox. In order to have a checkbox, this has to be based on an actual yes-no field from the table. There's just no way around it at this level. Okay? But there is a trick we can play to kind of display something that looks like a checkbox there. It's not an actual access checkbox, but you can put something there, so if you got a bunch of queries you want to have they look like checkboxes, you can make it look like a checkbox. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's replace this with an if function. So we're going to say if state equals New York, comma, then put in here, let's just put the word yes, or we'll put the word no. Okay, this is what you get if it's true. This is what you get if it's false. Okay, run it. All right, so we got yeses and nos. That's a step. Remember, this isn't editable anyways. That's probably why Access doesn't give you the opportunity to actually put a checkbox there, because even if you had a checkbox there, it'd be locked. You can't change it. It's based on this field. Okay, now, instead of yes and no, let's put something else there. How about an X and an O? How about instead of a yes, we put an X, and a no, we put an O. Okay, how about that? Okay, there's X's and O's. Okay, what about if we used symbols like from the extended ASCII table that look like checkboxes? Oh, let's try that. Let's do, paste it in here, that. Oh, what's that cool stuff? Where'd you get those things? Well, those are characters that are actual characters in your font set based on the extended ASCII characters. And they're not perfect, but they kind of look like checkboxes, right? That looks better. That's close to what you wanted. I mean, it's not blue like this. And these just changed to blue because I just upgraded to Windows 11. If you're watching any of my older videos, this one of the nice check. I think this is nice because the older checkboxes, I don't think under Windows 10 showed up enough. All right, so where do you find this stuff? Well, if you Google extended ASCII characters, you'll see that there's all kinds of extra character sets and fonts and stuff like that you can get. Some look like checkboxes, some look like boxes, some look like bars, some look like all. There's all kinds of stuff in here. You can find characters for pretty much everything. But there's a little Windows tool that they added. I think in Windows 10. It's definitely in Windows 11. What you're gonna do is open up Notepad. All right, handy dandy Notepad. And then you're going to press Windows key period on your keyboard. That brings up this guy. And you could search, there's emojis, there's faces, there's all kinds of things. And these are actual character sets. And you could pick one of these guys like that guy, and it puts it in your thing. Now, a lot of these you can actually copy and put into Access. Like those guys, there's a checkbox, right? There's circles, like these things and this. And you can see they're all, as I click on them, they're all coming back here. All right, now they might not look exactly the same in here as they do in Access, but let's just copy some and see. So let me zoom into this again, Shift F2, and I'll take, let's use this checkbox here. See what that looks like. I'll replace it with this one. Paste. Okay, that's pretty cool looking. And then we'll use this one for the empty box. I don't like that it's filled in like that. Let me go back to the one I had before. Let's see here. There's one. Okay, hit OK. And then run it. And there you go. Oh, it looks pretty much the same. See, sometimes they look different in design mode than they do when you actually have them in the zoom box here. They change, but there's a bunch of good ones you can use. And you can feel free to use different sets. For example, let me get rid of this one here. So I got some other ones I copied to my clipboard. Here's a bunch of ones I copied earlier. Right, here's some squares. You can use squares. Like here's one. Okay, so we're going to do a field called is Florida, right? Copy that and then paste it there. Let's see what that looks like. Whoop, I zoomed in. Hold on. Run that. Okay, there's is Florida, right? Big box or not checked in box. I did, we got is New York, which is the standard ones we just saw. Here, I'll put that back in there. And then I did another one is Texas, which is a circles like that. And then we'll run them. And there you go. There's a whole bunch of different symbols you can use, right? And if one of these changes to Texas, you see that lights up. And if this changes to Florida, boom. There's all kinds of different things you could do. Use whatever characters you want in here. So again, that's the Windows key period to bring up that guy. All right, you can go through and search for whatever you want in here. Check. There's some checks. See? There you go. I clicked on it twice. There's GIFs in here. No, the GIFs won't work in Access. What else we got? Oh, there's the big emojis. There's symbols. All right, all this stuff. Currency symbols. So it's easier than using the old key map, the character map. So there you go. That's how you do it. That's how you put those kinds of things in your queries. Now, if you want to see those in a form as well, you could. Let's go to my customer list form here. Let's design this. And let's just get rid of the stuff we don't need here. I'll just get rid of this stuff. We'll keep state. We'll slide this over here. Let's base this now on that query. So we'll go to record source and we'll change that to test queue. We'll need to get rid of those filters. And then we can bring in those fields. That is Florida, New York, and Texas. Now, they're not going to look perfect. I'll just get rid of the labels for now. But with a little manipulation, you could probably make these look decent. Let's see. Make these smaller. Okay, and let's see what we're working with here. I haven't tried this yet. All right, save that. Let's take a peek. Okay, it's not too bad. So we'll go design view. We'll make these backgrounds transparent. And let's see what it looks like now. Close it, open it. Yeah, it's not bad. There's borders around it too. We'll get rid of the border. Transparent. And there you go. That's not bad. Now remember, again, these are read-only, right? Can't click on them and do stuff. But if you just want them for display purposes, there you go. And Dana, I hope that answers your question. And that is your fast tip for today. I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for access too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.